बोलो श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की, श्रीमद् भगवद गीता मैया की। Let's start with Bhagavad Gita ध्यानम। सर्वप्रथम भगवान गणेश। ओम गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्तजम्बूफलचारुभक्षणं उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजं। गीता ध्यानम। Everyone has the copy? ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीं। नमोऽस्तुते व्यास विशाल बुद्धि पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनंदन पार्थो वत्स सुधीर भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचानूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे। भीष्मद्रोण तटा जयद्रथ जल गान्धार नीलोत्पला शल्याग्रावती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थाम विकर्ण घोर मकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पांडवे रणनदी कैवर्तक केशव पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथां सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनशतपदैररः ते पीयमानं मुदा भूयाद् भारतपङ्कजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिन श्रेयसे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरसुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। गीता मैया की, श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। श्री कृष्ण everyone. Last class we completed chapter 3, right? So now let us enter into chapter 4, Chaturtho Dhyaya. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. बोलिए थोड़ा और जोर से बोलिए। श्री भगवान उवाच इमं विवस्वते योगम् प्रोक्तवानहमव्ययम् विवस्वान् मनवे प्राह मनुरिक्ष्वाकवे ब्रवीत्। Let's say the full slok together. 1, 2, 3. Imam vivasvate yogam प्रोक्तावानहमव्ययम् विवस्वान् मनवे प्राह मनुरिक्ष्वाकवे ब्रवीत्। Once more. 1, 2, 3. Imam vivasvate yogam vivasvan manave praha. Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, Arjun, Manu Rikshvaka ve bravit. Everything that I've been telling you, this imperishable yoga, this concept of karma yoga, jnana yoga, hey Arjun, this knowledge that I've been giving you, I have given it already in the past. Bhagavan Krishna says, Imam vivasvate yogam, Shri Bhagavan uvacha. Right? There is no doubt to us that Shri Krishna is Bhagavan, but up until this point, Arjuna is still seeing Shri Krishna as his mitra. In literature, you have lens. And when you look at something through a certain lens, then you see it only from that point of view. Abhi tak Arjun Bhagavan ko Bhagavan nahi mante hain. He is seeing Bhagavan Shri Krishna as a Mahapurush, Mahayogeshwar, somebody who is incredibly talented, somebody who is very powerful, somebody who has lots of siddhi. But because of this lens, that he is seeing him as his friend, he is not fully accepted that this is Bhagavan. Sometimes they realize this is Bhagavan, sometimes because you're very close to someone, you forget about their greatness, right? When you have a great Guruji in India and they're surrounded by their Shishyas, so those Shishyas, they become very comfortable. They just see, oh, ye to hamare Guruji hai, seva karte hain. And when the Guruji goes and meets somebody else in a different place, they treat the Guruji so nicely. Ye to Sakshat Bhagavan hamare ghar mein padhare. They wash their feet, they drink the water, because they are meeting only one time. That familiarity is not there. So because Arjuna is very familiar with Bhagavan Krishna, he deeply knows that this is Bhagavan. Everyone in Dwapar Yuga knows, but he is not treating him like Bhagavan. He is treating him like a friend with great respect. So Bhagavan here now for the first time, he changes this dynamic between him and Arjuna. Before, you have two friends, one who is giving advice to another. Now the dynamic changes not from Shishya to Guru, now the dynamic changes to Bhakt or Bhagavan. This change happens here in the 4th chapter. It is no longer one friend who is more knowledgeable giving advice to his friend. अब एक भक्त बैठे हैं और भगवान उपदेश दे रहे हैं. So Bhagavan says, Arjun, I have given this message before. Who did I give it to? Imam vivasvate yogam. Vivasva means, Vivasvat means Bhagavan Surya. You have it there in your translations. So Bhagavan Krishna is saying, at the beginning of time, I would have given this Prokta Vanaham Avyayam. I would have given, Proktavan means to say, Avyayam means imperishable, that which does not change. So Bhagavan is speaking about Vedas. He is speaking about Char Ved. He is saying, I taught this knowledge to Surya Narayan. Surya Narayan is considered to be one of the greatest gurus. That's why Hanumanji went to Surya Bhagavan to learn. Mata Anjana ne kaha, you need to go to school. The best guru in this universe is Surya Narayan Swami. So go to him to learn. So Bhagavan says, I gave this knowledge to Bhagavan Surya, or Vivasvat ne Manu ko sikhaya. Surya Narayan Bhagavan taught this knowledge to Raja Manu. Raja Manu taught this knowledge to Ikshvaku. Ikshvaku is part of the Raghuvansh. He is one of the great ancestors of Bhagavan Sri Ram. Okay? So Bhagavan Krishna tells Arjun, Evam parampara praptam. Evam parampara praptam. Imam rajarshayo vidu. Imam rajarshayo vidu. Sakale neha mahata. Yogo nashta parantapa. This is a very beautiful word, parampara. It's a Hindi word as well, so everyone knows what parampara means. Parampara means tradition, right? Something that is handed down. Parampara means a perfect system that has been created for the preservation of Gyan or Sanskriti, knowledge and culture. So Bhagavan Krishna is saying, this knowledge, when it was given to mankind, evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo vidu. This knowledge has been handed down in parampara, in succession, for many, many generations. It has been protected by the saints and sages. Rajarshayo Viduhu. The kings help to protect it, and the saints and sages, the Brahmins, they have this knowledge, they are the ones who disperse it. Like in Arjun, Sakale ne mahata yogo nashta parantapa. Human nature is not a perfect nature. Bhagavan is perfect, but we are not perfect. So Bhagavan Krishna says, Arjun, with the passage of time, slowly and slowly and slowly this knowledge becomes degraded. Degraded means over passage of time we see lack of discipline, lack of execution, and lack of awareness slowly creep into mankind. Maybe the knowledge that we have today is not as much as we had before. Even if the knowledge amount is the same, but we are not practicing as much as maybe 5-6 generations ago. So many things change. And Bhagavan Krishna says that here, yogo nashtaha parantapa, right? So this is not a modern problem that we are facing. It is not that this degradation only happened in Kali Yuga. ये द्वापर युग में भी हुआ, त्रेता युग में भी, और सतयुग में भी, right? Wherever humans existed, nothing was perfect. Sometimes we have the impression that Satyug was perfect. Satyug began perfectly, and then it starts to degrade. Treta Yug began, and then it starts to degrade. So all yugas start to degrade over time. Kali Yuga, our starting point is not as good as their starting point, and then we also start to degrade. So Bhagavan Krishna is saying, ये हमारे परंपरा है अर्जुन. Saevayam maya tedya yoga prokta puratana bhaktosi me sakha cheti rahasyam hetaduttamam. Remember what I told you? Dynamic change is now between Arjun or Shri Krishna. Ab Shishya Guru nahi, ab Bhakt or Bhagavan, right? It is a more pure connection. Bhagavan Krishna says, Arjun, the reason I am giving you this ancient knowledge, Yoga Prokta Puratanaha, the reason I am giving you this ancient knowledge is because you are my Bhakt. Aap Bhakt ho, isliye main aapko de raha hu. Understand the sequence of events. Many of us, we need something to become a Bhakt of Bhagavan. You need to see some miracle to believe in Bhagavan. Bhagavan kuch chamatkar dikhayenge tabhi vishwas karte ho. Right? When you see some miracle, then you believe, oh, Bhagavan to, ab main Bhagavan ko manta hu. Now I believe there is a God. If you didn't see the miracle, you don't believe. Right? If you are not exposed to certain puja, certain parampara, certain katha, then that bhakti is not there with you. But Bhagavan Krishna does not give this knowledge to Arjun to make Arjun into a bhakt. Arjun pehle se bhakt hai. He is already a devotee. वो पहले से योग्य है. He is already worthy from before. So what we have to learn from this is, हमें अपने आप को योग्य बनाना है. We have to make ourselves worthy. We can't sit and wait for Bhagavan to come and spoon feed us this knowledge, spoon feed us this katha. Like right now, many people have lots of questions about Hinduism, right? Sometimes they come to me and they ask 4 or 5 questions. And I tell them the same answer. In 5 minutes, I cannot give you the answers to these questions. But if you can take half an hour out of your week, half an hour on Monday, half an hour on Tuesday, half an hour on Sunday, and listen to our 3 weekly katha, Bhagavad, Shiv Puran, Ramayan, within 6 months, every single question you have will be answered. Because we are reading from the Shastras, so one katha or the next katha, Bhagavan will provide the answer for you. There is no question that you have that cannot be found in the Shastras, right? So, but we don't want to become worthy of the knowledge. We look for the shortcut. Any Panditji ke saath baitho, sit with Panditji and let him answer the questions directly. That is not the way to get this kind of gyan, because Bhagavan Krishna here says, Arjun, Rahasyam hetaduttamam. This is a secret knowledge. Rahasya means secret. Think of it like an open secret. This knowledge, especially in the age of Kali Yuga, in the age of technology, ati sulabh bhi hai aur durlabh bhi hai. It is easily attainable, and yesterday it was very difficult to attain. Every single one of you has a phone. Maybe you don't have a phone, but everybody has a phone. You have free Wi-Fi. you can open a free application on your phone and listen to Katha for free. So it costs nothing except your time, right? Still, many of us will not listen. Many of us do not access the information. So the information is there, but we are not accessing it, right? So Bhagavan Krishna is saying, Arjun, aap bhakt ho aur bhaktosi mein sakha cheti. You are my bhakta, you are my sakha as well. So Arjuna is very dear to Bhagavan Krishna. Arjuna is very special to Bhagavan Krishna. Hum Bhagavan ki sakha nahi hai. For us to say that we are the sakha of Bhagavan Krishna, that is a very arrogant thing to say. Hum Bhagavan ke saath khelte nahi aur khate nahi hai. Sakha means sah khadati, sah khelati. The one who eats together and plays together, right? So Arjuna is obviously very special, but we can still fulfill the first part of this requirement. Hum bhi bhakt ban sakte hai. Aham bhaktosmi. Like Bhagavan Krishna is saying, Arjun, bhaktosi me sakha cheti. Many of us want to learn many different things about Sanatana Dharma because curiosity is there, interest is there. But without bhakti, sometimes we're not worthy of getting that information. So Bhagavan does not put it in your life yet. When you reach a certain level of bhakti, then you will find yourself by accident or by chance. You think it's by chance, but Bhagavan is placing things in your way. He will make you meet people in your life who will expose you to new knowledge. Maybe some Panditji or some Swamiji is visiting. You will have the chance to listen to them. They will tell you something new. So when you are worthy, He creates opportunities. But you have to be in a position to receive. And until you are in a position to receive, Bhagavan is not going to waste time giving you all of this high level of jnanam, all of these katha, all of these upadesh, until you are ready. So what Bhagavan Krishna has done here now is he has dropped, you see you drop a bombshell on someone, tell them something incredible. Arjuna is absolutely astonished कि भगवान ने अभी क्या बोले हैं. Bhagavan means few different things. Bhagavan doesn't always mean Ishwar. If the Swamiji is very, very great, then we say Bhagavan Vedavyas, Bhagavan Shukdevji. So sometimes when they're referring to Bhagavan Krishna as Bhagavan, it's because of his yogic powers, Yogeshwar. He lifted Govardhan, so he told everyone, no, I use some mantras I learned from the saints and sages. So but Arjuna on some level, he recognized Bhagavan Krishna as divine, but not Bhagavan, not Ishwar. There are many different levels of divinities. Devatas are also there. So maybe he thought that ye Devata hai mera mitra, he is very divine. But when he hears that, Imam Vivasvate Yogam, I taught this knowledge to Surya, the same sun that we are seeing when we wake up since we are little children. This sun is ancient, millions and hundreds of billions of years old. You taught this knowledge to Surya. Kya baat hai? That must mean that you are not just a Devata. Aap keval Bhagavan nahi ho. Aap Param Satya. Aap Ishwar ho. You are the master of this universe. Arjuna says, Aparam bhavato janma param janma vivasvataha kathameda tvijaniyam tvamado proktava niti. Boliye aparam bhavato janma param janma vivasvataha kathame tatvijaniyam tvamado proktavaniti. Arjuna says, Mitra, your birth occurred after the birth of Surya. You were born after Surya Narayan. How can I understand, right? Aparam bhavato janma, param janma vivasvata. You are telling me that you taught this to Surya Narayan, but he existed many hundreds of millions of years before you were born. Now Arjuna is starting to realize कि उनके सामने not just a divine friend who has been helping them all of these years. Now he is understanding the extent that this is not just Bhagavan, this is the Bhagavan. ये केवल एक देवता नहीं है. Out of Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, ये तो Vishnu जी निकले. He is the actual Param Bhagavan Vishnu. Now Bhagavan Krishna smiles and says, Arjun, Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacharjuna tanyaham ved sarvani natvam vetha parantapa. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Again, Bhagavan Krishna speaks and he says, Arjun, Bahuni me Vyatitani. Many are the births that you and I have taken before. Janmani Tava Arjuna. I have come many times in this world before. You have also come many times before. Lekin Tanyaham Veda Sarvani. The only difference between you and I is that I remember all of my avatars. Whilst Natvam Veta Parantapa. Hey Parantapa, you do not remember anything. Mujhe sab kuch yaad hai, aapko yaad nahi hai. This is the difference between Nar or Narayan. Bhagavan Shri Krishna explains to Arjuna. When Shukdev Ji Maharaj was born, in the womb, he told his father, he says, "Main bahar nahi aana chahta hu. I don't wish to come outside." Because according to our Shastras, as long as the umbilical cord is attached to the Nabhi, so the Jeev is fully aware of all of their previous birth, previous karma, everything. They're waiting to be born. Soon as they are born and this umbilical cord is severed, then you forget everything. Your connection to divine reality is gone and you enter into this new birth. So Shukdev Ji Maharaj stayed for 12 years in the womb of his mother until Bhagavan Vishnu, until Bhagavan Veda Vyas will bless him and promise him that when you are born, Maya will not trouble you. You will remember everything. Maya will never bother you. You will remain Param Virakta, Param Vairagi. So then he came out of the womb of his mother. Still, just to be safe, Shukdev Ji Maharaj did not allow them to cut his umbilical cord. So there is a verse in Bhagavatam describing, as soon as he is born, he bowed to Veda Vyasji Bhagavan, bowed to his mother, and says, "Now I am going to do tapasya." He wrapped his umbilical cord, put it on his back like a rope, and walked into the forest and went to do tapasya. So Veda Vyas Bhagavan thought to himself, "Main to dhanya ho gaya, aise param putra pa karke, but I wish for my son to reside with me. He is going now to do tapasya, maybe I will never see him again." So Veda Vyas ne sankalp liye. He made a sankalp to himself. Using the power of Bhagavad Mahapuran Katha, I will bring my son back to me to spend some time with me. And he will send two of his shishyas into the forest to say few beautiful shlokas of Bhagavatam. And Shukdev Ji Maharaj, who is doing tapasya, when he hears these shlokas, he will forget about his tapasya as he hears the beautiful description of Bhagavan Shri Krishna, Pita Varnam, Pita Vastram, Chaturbhujam, Tamadbhutam Balakam. And he will go and ask these boys, "Where did you get these shlokas from?" And they will tell him, "Your father is the one who has created this Srimad Bhagavatam. He requests you to go and listen to this beautiful Granth because he wants you to hear these shlokas." So then Shukdev Ji Maharaj will return and listen to Srimad Bhagavatam, और फिर वो खुद वक्ता बन जाएंगे. तो मित्रों, this is the power of understanding your previous births. When you graduate from one class to the next class, imagine how difficult it will be to pass if you forgot everything you learned the year before. That is kind of what is happening with us. We cannot remember what we had the year before. We have certain tendencies, which is called our swabhav, our nature, which is designed by our karma from last birth. But pura gyan nahi hai. We don't have the full knowledge of everything that we did. We'll stop here today because we are very blessed to have Pitaji with us. So I'll ask him to, on this same topic of chapter 4, Bhagavan Shri Krishna Upadesh, to address you guys and give some Ashirvad. Bolo Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai.